for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day.
Primero, sabes que te deseo, tú eres lo único que espero, y yo sin ti me muero, dime que solo fue un mal sueño, dime que lo sientes, que
Welcome back to another episode of Make Dreams Happen. Today I had a special guest. He's from Mexico and his name is Joe Blake. How are you, Joe Blake?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm super happy that you accept my invitation to be here in my podcast. So we're gonna be talking about your career. And I'm super excited to listen your story and also like all the message that you have for all the people, all that inspirational story that you have.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here too. Oh, sorry. I'm very happy to be here. Yeah, for sure. I'm just ask me and I'll let you know everything.
Of course. So okay, I met Jorge because Jorge is your real name and
Yeah.
Joe Blake is your like
Alter
performance,
ego.
your
Yeah.
alter ego, like in the way that you perform. So I met Jorge like in 2011 in Nicaragua when I was living in Nicaragua. I met you. You went to Nicaragua because you were going to perform in this pageant in Nicaragua. I was working
Yeah.
for in that pageant, and you performed. We met there, and then we met again in like here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I feel like it was like what, 2 or 3 years after
yeah,
five, maybe? No.
3 years. Oh no, it was before COVID.
Before COVID.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, and now he's living here in Arizona, and I just I saw in your social media that you're still making music, and I say,
Yeah.
hey, why you don't come to my podcast and we talk about it and say, um, tell us more about you. But the first thing that I want to ask you, how that start, that like desire to make music start
To make
for you.
music. Yeah, I mean, it started since I was a child. I mean, not a child, but like I was always into arts. But when I was around 18, I started like playing with softwares, music softwares, and some ideas came out from there. And then I had the opportunity to show those ideas to my friends and people, and they kind of start liking what I was doing. But at the moment, I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do. So then I decided to move to Mexico City to do my university in music. So I moved there, and then I started performing there too. Um, it was with the same project that I had, but then I start kind of like learning more and more in my school. So I was like, okay, maybe I can switch it up a little bit or maybe do things different. So yeah, I kind of started like building Yo Blake, because at that time I was George Blake, and then when I was performing, they were telling me like, your name is kind of weird. So I
Because
was
it's
like,
George.
yeah, and it was like spelled weird too, Yorsh, and they were like, no, we need to change that. So I was like, okay. So I cut it off, and I was like, okay, well then that be y'all. And so then I was like, I still want my name there, like Jorge, which is was George. So I was like, okay, well then it will be Yo Blake, because Blake was always like my dream name, growing up. I feel like I always wanted to be named Yo Blake. I mean, no, Blake. Um, so yeah, I cut it off, and then Yo Blake born, and I wasn't sure of what I was trying to do at the beginning. I feel like everything was part of a process, like personal process, and also like as an artist, because there was just a little like things in my mind that wouldn't help me to like develop Yo Blake, because like I grew up in a family where there's a lot of musicians, but I never felt that I fit with them, because it was different genres, it was different stuff. I actually started making rock at the beginning. I started in
Mm.
rock bands, and then I started becoming electronic, and then pop, and then I was like, what I want to do. So it was actually when I moved here that I was like, okay, I want to try a little bit of everything. I want to just see what I can do best. And I mean, so far, I feel like my music, it's been unique, you know, because it's what I do. And I don't feel like it sounds like somebody else. I'm not trying to copy anybody. I'm just trying to create something for me. And I like it. So far, I like what I have done. And my new song, Un Mal Sueño, is also very different for
Un mal sueño?
Un Mal Sueño. Yeah,
How do
it's
you translate that in English?
a bad dream.
A bad dream, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like yeah, it's something different. It's kind of like Afrobeat and Latin music inspired, which before I was doing like just electronic music or a little bit of. I mean, I always rap for sure, and I started my first EP in English too, and now I'm trying to do like um, take over my Latin roots and be like, okay, I want to sing Spanish now.
All right, that's great. How was
Yeah.
that transition from moved from Mexico to here to the States? So, and we were talking before that you said that you were like you decide to leave Mexico because you were like you need to find a balance between uh, Jorge and Joe Play. How was that transition in that moment, that experience for you to like find yourself and then decide to move
The
to the
U.S.
state from Mexico to here?
Yeah. So I feel something. There's this song that says it's called Runway, and it says something about sometimes you don't feel like you click in the place you are, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and sometimes you have to move to see where you can click, where you can uh, be who you really want to be. And growing up, I never felt like I fit or click with what I was doing there. Not not my friends, because I love my friends, you know, and I feel like that's the people that knows me better. But like uh, the transition was like in my mind for some reason was always LA. Like I want to get to LA, you know, that's my goal. And I took on other roads, but like all the roads that I took lead me to LA, you know? Like I moved to Mexico City, then I went to Central America, and then I went to other parts of Mexico and then Miami and whatever. But at the end, all those things led me to go to LA. And once I was in LA, I mean, it wasn't hard. I know the question was like how hard it was. It wasn't that hard. It was just scared, you know, scared of like the unknown because I was never been. I mean, I grew up coming back and forth to this country and I have family here, but I was never here, like
Like
100%.
living.
Yeah. And it was scary, you know, because like, of course, the language was going to be a challenge. Of course, like mentality, people think different and you never know, you know, like there's a lot of things going on here too that you're like just don't want to be part of that, you know, I just want to be cool and live my life and make my dreams and everything. And so yeah, like I moved here first and it was easy because I have family, but then my goal was always LA and I did it. I went there, I did what I needed to do, and I was happy with that, you know. I didn't stay in LA just because I feel more calm here. I feel more in peace here than there. I don't like big cities.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
It's a busy city too.
yeah, yeah, I feel like that's the problem. Like, it was just so busy. It was always something going on there and I was like, no, I want peace. I want like be calm and be like chill. And so cuz I feel like that helps me also to with my inspiration and that was very important for me, you know. I didn't feel like I was being creative there. So here I feel like I can do everything I want.
How was for you to how do you overcome those fear and those doubts that you had at the beginning when you were like when you moved here and you didn't know how you say because when I moved here to Phoenix I had the same fears. English wasn't my first language. I didn't speak English when I moved here.
Mm.
So, and I was just by myself, and I didn't know how things were going to be here. So, for you, how did you overcome this fear?
Trying, like facing the fears. I feel like growing up, um, there was always something inside of me saying like there was this kind of things that you want to do, like, oh, I want to move out of here. Oh, I want to try this, or oh, I want to perform there. And I was always scared to do all those things. I was scared to leave my family, leave my friends, and everything. But inside of me, there was always telling me like, do it. Doesn't matter. Just do it. And the first time I did it, it was like scary, very, very scary. The second time it was also scary. When I went to Miami, it was also very scary. But once I was there, once I was like once I was crossing that part of like, I'm here and this is the fear. And then when I was in the fear doing it, I was feeling so good. So like, so happy, because I did it, because I was like, this is nothing, you know? Like, sometimes it's things that we have in our mind that it's like, fuck, what if I fuck it up? What if I don't do it well? What if I, what if? And what if you just try,
Exactly.
And if
Yeah.
you fuck it up, just try again and just keep doing it, I know a lot of people say, like, oh no, you don't do that, or you should be doing something else. Like, don't listen to that, people. Listen what your inner says, like what's on your mind is more important than what's outside,
Exactly.
because they don't know what's inside of your mind. What do you want to do? So just facing my fears. It was like things, I have this performance in New York that I have to go, and I'm so scared right now because I never been there. And but something inside of me is like, just do it, just go, just fuck it up, And I have my ticket already, so I will.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good that you said that we had to face our fears, and so once we do that, you will see things way different, because we as a human, we create our own story, and we start worrying for something that probably will never happen, and you just start worrying, and that's what stop you to achieve your goal. Those fears, those doubts, and it's for the reason that I always say, fears is the thing that stop you to become who you want, and to achieve your goal, and to make dreams happen. And everything is a process. Of course, you're gonna have a setback, and you're gonna have a roadblock during that process. But those roadblock, those setbacks are the ones that make you stronger, and those are the ones that give you that lesson, and make you like to keep going. But how we said before, so sometimes when they close one door, we think, oh, the
Yeah.
world is ending for you. But no, one door is closed, maybe that three more is gonna open for you.
Right.
It's a process, and I'm glad also that you said that you're doing music for yourself, and you're feeling more happy with
Yeah.
yourself. And when we start being authentic, is when everything start being in a line, and everything start, like, how to say, yeah, everything start getting in a line.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how I started like making it professionally. I was like, I don't care if somebody else like it. I'm just gonna do this music for me, Because sometimes I'll be playing the radio or like Spotify, whatever, and I'm like, whatever. But then I was like, I want to listen to something that I create, And I mean, as an artist, I'm pretty sure a lot of artists they always listen to their music, and I do too, because it's what I like. It's what I like to create. And sometimes I have other songs that that I have on release that I like to hear,
Hmm.
because it's the music that I like to create. Um, and I feel like that's very important, just do what you feel, and don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about what everybody else will say, because that's not your problem. It's theirs.
Yeah.
And to be honest, with my last release, I had a lot of haters. In my
It's always gonna be haters. Always.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, it's their problem, you
Yeah.
know. I know there's like 100 people more that they've been liking the video. So if you want to comment, go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read it. It's okay.
Yeah, just be grateful because they watching your videos and listen your music. Be grateful,
Exactly.
and that's great that you said that, don't listen to other people say, or don't worry about other people say, because those are your dreams. So
Yeah.
your dreams are not the same dreams with the other people. So because those dreams, God was the one who put the dream in your mind.
Yeah.
So only you and God know your dreams. Other people, it's for that reason. If you say, "Oh, I want to do this," and you say, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," because then it's gonna happen this and this. The people are gonna say that because they understand. They don't understand your dream.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't have the same dream that you have. So it's for that reason that we don't have to listen for that. We just need to take the actions and go for our dreams and let those face those fear, and don't let those doubts stop you from become who we want to.
Yeah. And something very important also, like we all have fears. We all like are scared to do stuff that we're not used to, and some other people will try to stop you because they're more afraid of them, you know? And for other people, it might didn't work, but you never know if it's gonna work out for you if you don't try, you know? So I think it's just important to just go, just do it, just jump off the bridge
Yes, exactly.
and try it, you know? It feels so scary, it feels so like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I'm sorry, what's gonna happen? But believe me, once you are there falling, you're gonna be like, fuck,
Yeah,
this
you're
is
gonna be,
good.
yes, I'm doing what I want.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
yeah, cause I feel like that's what matters, you know. Like you don't have to make everybody else happy. You just have to make yourself happy, and if you're happy, everything will flow.
Exactly. Everything's gonna flow. When you're like authentic to yourself, there's always gonna be there's gonna always gonna be people that won't like you, or the
Yeah.
people that are they're always gonna be hater, but that's because you're being yourself, you're being authentic, and it's always gonna happen.
Yeah.
Those people that are, oh, everybody love me, oh, everybody, no, everybody love me, or they pretending to be another person, but no, they have to be authentic.
Yeah.
To be happy, you have to be authentic. To be able to achieve your goals and go for your dream and feel happy, you have to be authentic with yourself and love who you are, and
Right.
embrace your fears, embrace your flawless, and be authentic with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's also a part of my journey, you know, like I had to first learn who Jorge was so I can build Joe Blake, you know? Because Joe Blake was an artist, but I knew that was just an artist, but I was like, what does he do? What else he can do? What else? How can he entertain people? How can he sing? How can he be different? And I mean, also, I feel like my haircut is something that a lot of people tell me, like, why do you do that? I'm like, it's none of your business. You know, I do it because I like it because it's my haircut, you know. And if you don't like
you
it,
feel
it's your
good?
problem. I like it.
Yeah, you feel good with it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know people watch me sometimes be like, but I don't care. You know, I feel happy with what I have. I feel happy with what I am, and if you don't like it, it's your problem. You know, work on it. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me.
That's
So
great. No, yeah, you have to feel good with yourself, and feel happy with yourself. It doesn't matter what other people say. So, and that's great. But I had a question for you.
mhm.
Where does that name, like Joe Blake, came?
Where did it come from? So Joe Blake was, I said, it was I started as George Blake, and when I moved to Mexico City, I was doing shows, and they were like, "We need to change that before you start performing," and they didn't like how I was writing George, which it was Yorsh, and so I was like, "Yeah, I know it doesn't sound that exciting," so I just decided that I keep still wanted to have Jorge as my main name, which is George. So I just decided to cut the
George.
R's for just Joe, and then I had this like what is it? Diagonal,
Middle dash.
middle dash. Um, yeah, and I was like, okay, well, it will be like that, and that's how I made it different, like, because
Joe
that
Blake.
that dash is like a lot of people don't understand it, but it's like it's all together. It's Joe Blake. It's
Joe
not
Blake.
Yo or Blake. No,
Joe
it's Joe
Blake.
Blake. Yeah.
And Joe Blake is just like your alter ego.
It's just my alter ego. It's my artist side. Cause Jorge is totally different, very chill, very calm, and likes peace and everything. But Joe Blake has to do all the stuff that my other side doesn't do. My artistic side, and I like it. Cause like sometimes we all feel like, oh, I want to do this, but we don't do it because why? But I do have a reason. I have an alter ego, and it's Joe Blake, and he wants to do it.
Yeah, I was reading the other day about the we people we need like art create our own alter ego to do things that as like normally we won't do.
Hmm.
But when we create an alter ego, we, we feel more empowered to do things that as normal we don't do. And an example of that is Beyonce. She has her alter ego is Sasha Fierce,
Hmm.
and she said, "When I'm upside of the stage, I'm Beyonce, and I'm more calm and more time. But when in the stage, I'm Sasha Fierce, and is another person that
Right.
you kind of performing. You see her in the stage performing is like wow.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, so we not only the artist need has their own alter ego. We as a human also maybe we can create our alter ego to like start taking actions to achieve our goals.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's very important to separate yourself from your other personalities, but like also know what do they bring to you, like because Yo Blade for me it brings happiness, because it's a part that I always wanted to show and experiment and be like, okay, what if I do this or what if I do that? So Joe Blake does that part, but also Jorge has their own things that he does that too, so it's like is that a balance, and it's like just find that balance and be like, I'm happy with what I have, with what I can do. So
That's great. So
yeah.
and also I had a question. I know that you're promoting now your new single. It's called Un Mal Sueño.
Hmm.
Tell me how that Un Mal Sueño back dream came to your
So
mind and how that process started.
yeah, so my process was like I never really wrote as a love song, and that was the main idea, like writing something about be get more deep in your feelings and be like, okay, how can I be like more lovable? um, so yeah, and I mean, as you see, the name doesn't sound like a love song, because it's a
Yeah.
bad dream in English. Um, and but then when I start writing like Un mal sueño, I was like, okay, because my mind always goes like, I don't know, like I'll let you go or whatever, like it's not always love, it's always like more about empowering or something like I don't care, I'm good, I'm happy, whatever. But this time I was like, okay, no, I have to force myself to be like nice and lovely. And yeah, I mean, I start writing the song, I start making the music, and I like it. I like the idea because it says like, más sueño.
Dime que fue un mal sueño, porque eres lo que yo más quiero. Bebé, yo soy sincero, para mí siempre serás primero. Sabes que te deseo, tú eres lo único que espero. Y yo sin ti me muero. Dime que solo fue un mal sueño. Dime que lo sientes.
From this nightmare, wake me up because it's a bad dream, and it's like just wake me up because I'm having a bad dream that I'm not feeling love, but I do feel love, So, so yeah, it was a really cool experience, and so far people have liked it, and I love it.
Yeah, I like the song. I like the beat. It's like dun, 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 dun. It's kind of
Yeah.
like cheesy. Yeah, because it's
Catchy.
stay in your mind. Yeah, very catchy. The da-na-na, Sonia,
Yeah.
I was listening that song, and I like the video also because um, we were talking about personalities, and you show like three different Joe Blake in that video, and also you record the video here in Arizona. That's
Yeah.
something that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I decided to do everything here since I was moving here because, it's new home. And yeah, just trying to show, like, my older videos were in LA. And I was just trying to show more of where I am now, like the change and everything. And I feel like there's just so many cool places that you can show here. And I feel like, why not?
Yeah, Arizona is a beautiful space. It's hot right now because we're in
Yeah.
summertime, but it's a really nice place to live too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the school that you're like embraced where you're living now, your new home, like you said.
Yeah.
So, and where you promoting your this new single?
So right now, all social medias, all my music is on all platforms. As I said, I'm gonna be going to New York soon to do a show, and hopefully I'll be back in LA also to do a performance too. Um, but so far, yeah, I'm just working on release my new music, and yeah, just social media.
Also, yeah, now social media is the new thing. YouTube,
Right.
social, Spotify, Apple Music. You can
Yeah.
find that music in Apple Music and
Yep.
Spotify too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Now, and what is next for you?
So I'll be releasing music until the end of the year, and then after that I wanna release another album. Um, but I don't wanna say a lot of that because I'm still working on it. But those are my plans. Like I just could wanna do it, like see where it goes,
Alright.
where we can get.
Yes, awesome. And then, what is your goal as a Joe Blake, as an artist? What is your goal, and what is the team that you say, hey, in 3 years I'm gonna be there?
Right. So I just wanna be able to live from this, to be able to have that stability that I want, so I can do my dream and my life at the same time. I just want to find that balance. I mean, to get that balance with my music, and I know it's not gonna be easy, but
You're gonna get it.
yeah, I know I will, and it's gonna happen, because I know it's something in my mind, and uh, I'm doing it already, so I just have to keep doing it, and I know it's gonna happen.
All right, awesome. Do you see yourself in the BMA? So
Of
like,
course.
nice. That's the mindset that you have to
Yeah.
have for sure. I'm so happy for you that you're doing this, and you're like working to achieve your goals, and you like want to like become this artist, and keep like making music to make people happy, make yourself happy too. That's the important thing, and have that
Hmm.
mindset that you're gonna achieve your goal, and you're gonna have to face your fears, and you're gonna have is how you say before is it won't be easy, but those hard times, those roadblocks is gonna make you stronger. It's gonna make you like learn from what you're doing. So I'm so happy for you, honestly, and thank you for being in my podcast. And I agreed to do this in English because we did an episode in Spanish too. So thank you because I'm so proud of you too because you're a Latino,
Yeah.
Mexican guy that came to this country, and you like every immigrant that comes to this country like me. We always had we want to achieve our dream and had a better life, and something we feel that this country is the right place to achieve our goal.
Right.
So, and thank you for keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I really appreciate it, and is where people can support you.
So yeah, you can find me Instagrams, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music,
Oh, nice. Amazon
yeah,
Music too.
everywhere.
Oh, nice. Because I'm
Yeah.
in Spotify and YouTube, but you need to teach me how to do it in Apple Music. Because I have honestly, I'm having problem to get my podcast in Apple Music. I don't know how to do it, and all my device are Apple, so I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, I use more Apple Music mainly, but I have all of them. But yeah, it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I've been trying for like almost. I started this podcast in February,
Uh-huh.
and I haven't able to like upload my podcast to Apple Music. But
We'll get
also,
there.
yeah, I will. Now you see, everything is in a line. He's gonna help me
Make
right
things
now.
happen.
All right. So also before we leave, or before we end this episode, I always ask three random questions to my
Mhm.
guests here and make dream happen. There are no like hard questions because this is not that kind of podcast. So the first question is: if you were president of the universe for one day, just for one day, and you have the opportunity to create a law, what law will be that one?
I think it will be take all nationalities down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not nationalities, but like
Borders.
yeah. I feel like growing up, I never felt, as I said, like I click with where I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and I always felt that feeling of moving and explore and be like, I find my place, you know. And it was until I started moving, then I realized like maybe I don't belong here, you know. Maybe I just need to find a place where I belong, and I feel like so far I'm happy with what I have achieved here, and I'm happy, you know. And I'm not gonna say I don't feel that anymore because sometimes I do, but it definitely feels more stable now where I'm doing first of all what I like to do, and I kind of can say that I found a place where I feel fine, where all um my life is stable and all like my mental is stable too. Um, so yeah, I and I said that because I know I have know a lot of people that feel the same way. You know, like sometimes we grew up in a place where we don't click or we don't feel like we don't belong, but we want to try to go somewhere else, and sometimes we're not allowed. I have friends that can come here because they probably don't have a visa, they probably never get it, and I'm like, well, you should be able to do that, you know. You should be able to know more. What if tomorrow I want to go to Germany and be like, I want to try it too, you know, like I want to go to France and be French one day. I don't know,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
just try something else, and I feel like that's so important. Like find your happiness inside, you know, find that place where you belong. Because like for me, it might be it was close to me, you know, it was the U.S. probably, but for I have friends who have had to travel to New Zealand, and it's like, oh, I'm happy here, you know, and it's the other side of the world, so why not? Why don't you just try it? And it'll be so easy if we don't have all this like. I mean, of course, it's for legal reasons, but it will be just so easy to be just part of one world and
Yeah,
be
just
able
one
to.
word don't have like borders, and so yeah, because I understand that. I understand something is hard. Like get the visa or get some documents to go to another country, and something you don't get that visa, and you like feel frustrated and something like that. Yeah, that's a good like also like that will be like a good luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, perfect. And another question, the other question is, when was the last time that you did something for the first time?
Well, Mal Sueño was one something like that because I was inspired a little bit from Afrobeat music and Latin
Hmm.
music, and I was scared also to like. I didn't want to sound like a reggaeton guy, you know, but I mean, it's
El
not
Peso
again.
Pluma.
Well, I'm not against to reggaeton because I like reggaeton,
I
but
like
I
reggaeton
didn't want to be
too.
to get like in one capsule, you know. I didn't
Yeah.
want to be like, oh, he's another reggaeton, which a lot of my haters said that like, oh, another reggaeton guy. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, you know, and so Mal Sueño was like a mix of creating maybe Afrobeat, because like it was something I never did, Latin music, but also like electronic music together, you know. So it was definitely scary, but I loved it. I loved the change, and I love what I did.
Awesome. That's great. That's like also that you trying different rhythms and different culture to create music. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the nowadays you said it in our episode in Spanish. Now the artists are like they're like creating music from taking from
Yeah.
everywhere. Like we have Beyonce, and now she released a country album, and she did a really good job. And also she had a haters. They say, "Oh, she's not a
Right.
country artist," but she did a really good job. So and I think the old artists should be like able to create music
Yeah.
to take like pieces from the different part of the world.
Yeah, and I feel like it gets kind of related of like uh being able to be whatever you want like in
Mm-hmm.
the world too, because like it's music too, you know, like why are you gonna just do one genre when you have like 20 more genres that you can explore too? Why you can just try something new, you
Yeah,
know?
but so and now and the world that we're living now with social media and the internet, so this is helping to do that because before I remember they didn't play like Spanish music here in the United
Mm,
States,
yeah,
and
it was so popular, yeah.
now it's very popular. So you're gonna see Karol G, Peso Pluma, and the
Yeah,
VMAs, when before they didn't even
one
they
in
even
them.
were
Just kidding.
no, I don't want to say they didn't want them.
Yeah, they were just
They
not as
were
strong
not,
here.
yeah, they were not like included in this and MTV Music Award and all the stuff. And now they have their own category and they like competing against
Everybody.
English people. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great. But and my last question is, which book that you read changed your life and you will recommend to somebody that is having like problem to take decisions?
I would say The Secret. The Secret, it was a book that since I started reading it, I was like, oh, okay. So it's just about believing yourself, you know? It's just about put that mindset and be like, do it, you know? It's your fears. You have to face your fears. You have to do what you have to do. Just ask to the universe, talk to the universe, you know, and be like, I am able to do whatever I can. And that part was like, yeah, why not? You know, like I want to be able to do whatever I want to do too. And I loved it. Like I got that book from a gift. Well, no, it was somebody borrowed me that book, and then I got it for myself, and then I borrowed it, and then I lost it, and then I got it again. I was
Oh,
like,
nice. Yeah,
you belong to me.
I had that book in Spanish and English too, and it's a really good book. So I recommend that also, like to read that book. It's especially if you're new in self development and mindset. That's a really good book to start.
Yeah,
And it teaches you that we came to this world to be happy and to make our dreams happen and achieve our goal. Because God want us, and you only have to have faith in yourself and God, and you're gonna achieve anything that you want. It's gonna be a process, and you're gonna have like roadblocks and setbacks, but you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn because failures and it's an opportunity to grow and to learn too. That's
yeah.
awesome. And thank you so much, Jorge. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for accepting to do this podcast with me in Spanish and English.
English. More
So
content.
yeah, so and more contact. Yes, exactly, and more people that we can reach. So thank you so much, guys. So remember to subscribe to my channel, Make Dreams Happen podcast on YouTube, and we are in Spotify. And pretty soon we're gonna be in Apple Music. So
Yay.
so also like give me a like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and that way we can get to more people. Remember that my intention with this podcast is to like give this message to everybody that we are capable to achieve our goal, that we can make dreams happen, and you have the power, and you are amazing, incredible person, and we came to this country, into this world to be happy and achieve our goals. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.
Right. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Revuelves mi mundo como un huracán. Llévame a tu lado, llévame a donde estás.